Hey guys, and welcome back to Rain Marginal. So, let's just jump right back in. Saying that, I pointed at the endlessly continuing flagstones fogged by rain.
悪いけど巫女と違ってそんなものを信じる気にはなれないわ。
Sorry, but unlike you, priestess, I can't bring myself to believe in that stuff.
私は一度もその姿を見たことも声も聞いたこともないからね。
I haven't once seen a god, nor heard their voices. That was the same for me. It was just that I haven't found a different answer that was satisfying.
とにかく今日はもう寝ましょう。巫女も出歩かない方がいいわよ。
In any case, let's sleep today. Priestess, you shouldn't walk around. Once she said that, the young woman lay down where she was. Paying no heed to the hard stone floor, she stretched out her arms and legs in a big spread eagle position.
でもまだこんなに明るいのに。
But it's still bright out.
いいえ、夜が来るわ。すぐに暗くなるわよ。
No, night is coming. It will get dark soon. As she spoke, the white rainy sky changed to deep gray. And in moments, the area was cloaked in darkness.
そんなわけで続きは明日にしましょう。
So, like I said,
おやすみ。
let's continue tomorrow. Good night. Without anything to do, I stretched out my body next to her. Part of my back touching the stone floor was a bit chilly. Before I knew it, I had come to this mysterious place. I broke the atonement out of anger, and was now sleeping next to some mysterious stranger. Could this all be a dream? When I wake up next, I might be shivering in the snowy mountains. Or this was not a dream, and this person really was a messenger from God, and had come to me to admonish me about the role of sacrifice for atonement. The scattered thoughts kept spinning around in my head as I fell asleep at some point. The next day, waking up at the sound of rain, I slowly opened my eyes.
もう朝。
It's morning. Apparently I had fallen asleep sometime last night.
おはよう、巫女。ゆっくり眠れた？
Good morning, priestess. Did you sleep well?
うん。
Yes, I answered while half asleep and rubbing my eyes.
じゃあ早速だけど説明するからついてきて。
It's a bit sudden, but I'll explain things, so come with me.
ちょっと待ってください。
Please wait a moment. The young woman flew out ahead of me. I didn't really understand, but I rushed to follow her. Outside, the rain was still falling. Small drops formed in that pure white sky struck my body. Under the sky, splashing sounds came from the wet ground. I'll explain things. Saying just that, the woman walked on without paying heed to the rain. Even for me, it wasn't cold or anything, it just simply soaked me. Eventually, her feet finally stopped.
確かこの辺。あったあった。
It's supposed to be around... Oh, there it is. As I looked to where she indicated, I noticed a hole in the flagstones. It was big enough that a single person might pass through, and for some reason, the hole was completely black and nothing could be seen on the other side.
巫女、おそらくだけどあなた山か草原かどちらにしても地穴にいたんでしょ？
Priestess, I'm just guessing, but you were in the mountains or plains. Either way, in a natural cave?
どうしてそれを？
How did you... That was exactly it. At the time, while freezing from the cold of the snowy mountain, I had been shivering in a small cave.
てっきり巫女だから明かり障子が下手したら鳥居くらいあるかと思ったんだけどね。
I had thought that since you're a priestess, it'd be a sliding door or maybe a torii gate.
お姉さん、それってどういう意味でしょう？
Miss, what does that mean?
いいわよ。そんな難しいことじゃないからね。
It's fine. It's nothing complicated. It's not a complicated thing. Apparently, whenever you come to this world, it was through some sort of entrance. For most people, it was a simple hole or sliding door or castle gates. But for some, there were house doors and even fences. But the entrance the person enters from remains. I wonder what meaning that held.
慌てないで。 ここからが本題なのよ。
Don't rush. From here on is the important part.
つまりこの入り口は出口でもあるの。
Essentially, the entrance also serves as the exit.
出口
Exit?
もちろん現世に帰るためのよ。ちなみに一度帰ると二度とここへは帰ってこれないからね。
Why, to the real world, of course. And by the way, if you do go back, you'd never be able to return here. That was a surprise. Then for what purpose was I brought here? I still didn't know the reason why. But I certainly didn't think that a way back would be prepared like this. Unconsciously, I looked up at the sky. It was because I couldn't organize the thoughts within me. Yesterday, I had quickly broken the atonement upon arriving here. If dealing with that atonement had been the reason I had been brought to this place, then I was already useless. And so I had demanded that I be quickly returned to the real world. At that time, I had thought that I had been ignored. I even thought I had been brought here for an unrelated reason. But now I was told that I could return to the real world?
じゃあさっさと帰りなさい。
So, hurry up and go back.
きっと社が巫女が消えたって大騒ぎしてるわよ。
I'm sure that the shrine is making a big fuss about how a priestess has disappeared.
あら、もしかして帰りたくないの？
Oh? Could it be that you don't want to go back? Yeah. I gave an honest answer. No matter who she was, even if she was a messenger from God, it didn't matter. If I were asked whether I wanted to return to the real world, there was no answer other than no.
巫女も苦労してたんだね。まだ子供なのに。
Priestess here has been through some things too, I see. Even though she's just a kid.
まあ、地血から来るくらいじゃ、社から追い出されたか。
Well, coming here in a hole in the ground. Either you've been run out of the shrine, or...
もしくは焼き討ちにでもあって、帰る家もないんだろうね。
Or the shrine's been burned to the ground and you have no place to go. The woman spoke plainly. It was a bit frustrating, but there was nothing wrong with her reasoning.
お姉さん、実は私。
Well, my sister, really I was...
ああ、それ以上は言わないで。
don't say any more.
遅かれ早かれ、どうせあなたは帰ることになるんだから。
Sooner or later, you're going to wind up going back after all.
私が帰る。
I'll go back?
そうよ。残念ながら、この場所にずっといることはできないのよ。
That's right. Sadly, you aren't able to stay here.
巫女は。というか、私以外の人間はね。
Someone like Priestess, or anyone human besides myself. She was emphasizing the besides herself part.
だったら、もし私が帰らなければ。
Then if I didn't go back?
無理よ。数日ほどで勝手に返されちゃうからね。
That's impossible. You'll be sent back automatically after a few days. Then I'd be sent back to the snowy depths of the mountain? A place where if I were sent back, I'd just starve to death or freeze?
それで、巫女、あなたは帰るの？
So, Priestess,
帰らないの？
are you going back or not?
それは。
That's... I couldn't help but fall silent. Knowing that I'd die, there was a feeling that I didn't want to return. And also there was another worry.
もう別にいいわ。すぐに決めなくても。
Well, it's fine if you don't answer right now.
3日ほど時間あるから、ゆっくり考えなさい。
There's 3 days of time, so think about it slowly. Saying that, the woman started to go back. She started to head to the place with the roof. Like before, she had a light step and was hopping over the puddles in the way. Just what was this person? I had that thought for the umpteenth time. This place itself was mysterious, but the people in it were just as mysterious. She apparently wasn't a messenger from God. That said, she didn't seem to be a normal human.
それと巫女、一つお願いが
Priestess,
あるんだけど。
I've got one more request.
はい。
Yes, what is it?
あなた、私をお姉さんと呼ぶのはやめてくれる？
Could you please stop calling me Miss?
でも、じゃあどう呼べば？
But then what should I call you?
そう返されるとは思わなかった。
I didn't expect you to reply that way. Putting her hand to her face, she seemed to think about it a bit. Come to think of it, she was always calling me priestess, so that was pretty selfish to say.
そうね。だったらイラつめとでも呼ぶ？
Then, how about calling me lady?
イラつめってもしかして宮のお方なんですか？
Lady? Are you someone from the court?
別に何でもいいじゃないの。あなただって正式な巫女とは思えないわよ。
Isn't it fine either way? You honestly don't seem like a proper priestess either.
だからこれでおあいこでしょ。
So now we're even? Saying that, she gave a bright smile. Behaving so cheerfully, even in soaked, tattered clothes, she somehow reminded me of my sister.
ねえ、お姉さんって一体何者なの？
Hey, lady, just what are you?
私が気になるの？
You're curious about me.
やっぱり普通の人とは思えない。
Yes, I just can't believe you're a normal person.
確かに普通の人間ではないわね。
Well, you're right that I'm not a normal person.
例えるならば雨の世界の主かしら。
I guess, figuratively speaking, I'm the mistress of the rainy world.
主？それって巫女とか王のこと？
Mistress? Like an emperor or a king?
ただし一人っきりの世界の主だけどね。
However, the mistress of a world of only one. Saying that, the woman who called herself lady made a face that was just slightly lonely. I still don't really understand this person, but I can't imagine that she's interacting with me out of ill intent. And even if she were something that wasn't human, I had the feeling she wasn't an agent of those god things. Alright, next chapter. Timeout room. Night. The endless rain continued falling. While listening to the sounds of rain, I was thinking about many things alone. In front of me was the girl sleeping soundly on the bench. Just like the previous night, when she lay down on the bench, she instantly fell asleep. This way of falling asleep isn't normal. At first I had thought it was amusing, but thinking about how different she was at night, there might be a reason behind it. While vaguely thinking about this, the nagging feeling inside me changed to a big question. Could it be that she's been here since a very long time ago? When we first met, I had thought about it, but immediately dismissed the idea. The reason being that she knew about elevators in the modern world. Her clothing also seemed to be modern. However, we went to the river today and I saw the things that had washed ashore. If things from the real world could sometimes wind up here, then it wouldn't be too surprising for her to learn about or obtain such things. And from that, the assumption I'd made earlier lost its foundation. If I misjudged, there was a chance that she had come here years or decades. But that was why I was waiting for her to awaken, thinking that maybe the girl from last night would once again appear. You couldn't ask her during the day, but the girl during the night might give an answer. What's this, sleep talking? While hoping that she would appear soon, I waited for her to wake up. If my reasoning was sound, then there was a possibility the girl before me had been here since a long time ago. That made me want to ask something even more. To me, this place doesn't seem that bad. Even if you don't eat, don't die, you don't even have to be bothered by sickness, aging, or even time. However, during the day, she said it was lonely. That's because you can only eat it sometimes. It's delicious. That it's joyful. Probably she meant that even if you could starve, there was something to be gained. I could understand in a way what she wanted to say. To change one ways of stating it. In exchange for having no sadness, there's no fun, no happiness. It's a question of whether living without anything could be called living. Then in the same way, Could staying in this place be called living? Then just what does living mean? That was obvious. It was to live, not in a world with nothing, but in a world of both pain and joy. Essentially the real world. I had so strongly rejected it, and even thought that staying here forever might not be so bad. But in just one day, there was a small change in my thinking. According to her, this place was a timeout room. At the very least, I had a feeling it had that effect of causing self-reflection. While vaguely thinking about these things, at some point I drowsily fell asleep.
起きたみたいね。
Looks like you're awake. Before my eyes, she was sitting on the bench looking at me. Her way of speaking had already changed. It wasn't Rin that was waiting, but Rin.
それでどう？帰る気になった？
And so, do you want to go back yet? Just a bit.
そう。ここにいればそう思って当然よ。
I see. Staying here, it's natural to think that. I nodded slightly at her words. I have this feeling that I'm starting to understand why you had called this place a timeout room.
おめでとう。優等生のようで私も安心したわ。
Congratulations. I'm relieved you're a good student.
じゃあまだ残り時間もあるけど、明日には帰ってくれるかしら。
So, there's still time left, but will you leave tomorrow? No, I planned on staying just a little bit more. There were things that I wanted to know more about, and besides that, there was another
ま
reason.
あ別に構わないけど、
Well, I don't
た
mind.
だ強制的に返されるよりは自分の意思で帰った方が心象も良くなるかもよ。
It's just that, compared to being sent back automatically, leaving of your own free will might make things seem better. Make it seem better? What does that mean? It's like the difference between turning yourself in or being arrested. Just what was the difference? And plus, seem to whom?
悪い。聞き流して。深い意味はないから。
Sorry. Let that slide. There wasn't any deep meaning behind it. Saying that, she feigned innocence. But from her words before, I had a feeling the reasoning I had was fairly close to the truth. There was a chance that she had been here for a very long time, a few years or even a few decades. And in comparison, myself and others go back after 3 days, and by force too. Yet despite that, she constantly urges me to go back. And that thing about seeming itself seemed to hint at it. Putting all these things together, it led to one answer. Could it be that you're God?
は？
What? Or maybe an angel? You're not something that's here to make humans like me reflect on what we've done? Thinking about it this way, it all seemed to fit. It's true, right? Your job is to tell people who come here to be sorry for their actions.
残念ながらただの人間よ。
Sorry to say, I'm just a human. Really?
それもいつまで経っても反省しない落第生ね。
And one that still hasn't felt sorry. A student held back a grade. If I were to believe those words, then she wasn't an agent of God, but a human like me. And also like myself, she had come to this timeout room. Then why is it that you weren't forced to go back?
だから言ったでしょ。私は落第生だと。
Like I said, I had to repeat the class. Had to repeat the class. So that would mean that she wasn't sorry? But weren't you sent back whether you were sorry or not? Or was she special and that didn't work on her? There were many things I didn't know, but a few were certain. That she was just like me, a human that had come here. That she still had no intention of being sorry. And she had probably been here for a long time. Just how long of a time could she have been here? Hey, since when have you...
さあ、もう忘れたわ。
Who knows? I've already forgotten. And that was all that came back. I had still been in the middle of asking.
もう寝るわ。
I'm going to sleep. With that, she immediately lay down on the bench. Hey, wait a sec.
言っておくけど、昼間の私に何を聞いても無駄よ。
And I'm just saying, it's useless to ask me anything during the day. Rain that continued without end. It continued to fall from that pitch black sky. Mixed in with that za sound of the rain, I thought I heard the gentle sound of her breathing in her sleep. 2 days. And I am all out of time for this episode, guys. So if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up down below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.